Hi, I'm Bill from CJ Pony Parts. For the most part, Mustang owners love to customize their Mustangs. Some take it to extremes with crazy body kits and dips and wraps and custom paint. Other people look for a little more subtle modification. If you'd like to make a nice custom subtle touch to your 2015 or not Mustang, check out these custom painted badges. Today we're going to install these on our 2015 Mustang GT. These custom Ford licensed emblems are going to be direct replacements for the factory emblems on your 2015 through 2017 Mustang. Currently, all the 2015 through 2017 colors are available with the exception of Guard, Lightning Blue, and Grabber Blue, which are all coming soon. These are available several different ways. You can order just the individual badges themselves, or we also have complete kit forms for your car. Shown here, we have the EcoBoost running pony for the back, but the GT is also available and they are interchangeable. Even though we have a black Mustang, we decided to go with the race red because we kind of have a black and red theme going with the car, and we think the race red is really going to pop against the black paint. In our case, we actually went with the EcoBoost for the trunk panel as well because not a really big fan of the GT, and I personally think the running horse looks a lot better. For this installation, we need a clip removal tool or a small flathead screwdriver, plastic pry bar, small pick, and a heat gun. We'll start up front with the horse removal from the grille. Now, if you have a GT, EcoBoost, or V6, the actually installations are different. For the GT and the V6, we can remove this cover and actually reach the horse from behind. In the case if you have an EcoBoost, you're going to have to remove your bumper cover because the grills that are in the way will not allow you to get to the horse. We'll begin the installation by removing the upper grille cover. It's held on by the push pin clips. I'm going to remove that. In our case, our horse has been off our car before, but if it hasn't, the easiest way to remove it is just to break these tabs off. What you're going to do is there's a little metal retainer on each one of these through the grill. You use your finger actually, and you can just break the tabs off, or a small screwdriver, and you can try to release the retainers. Like I said, for the most part, it's easier just to break these off and the horse will come right off. Now to get to it, there's two ways you can do it here. If you have larger hands, you might just want to remove these two nuts and get the latch out of the way. This plastic is kind of flexible. What you do is just get your hand down in there. Like I said, break off the 4 tabs. And then the horse will come right off. There's no double stick, nothing holding on except for those 4 retainers. Now we're going to take a little bit of rubbing alcohol to clean this whole area off in here. The installation is actually a lot easier. It does not use the original Ford style retainers. It just uses double stick tape, and as you can see, there's plenty of surface for that tape to adhere to, but it gives you the alignment tabs so the horse fits in properly. And there you can see the alignment tabs, so simply just pull up on the double stick tape. Get the tabs and press it down. Got a new grill emblem in place now. We just reinstall the cover. Simply line it up with all the holes and reinstall the original hardware. There's a couple different ways you can do the 5.0 badges. I know a lot of people use the fishing line method. I've tried it, I've never had any luck. I guess it's just me. If you want to try that way, you can look it up. It obviously does work for some people. In my case, I use a plastic pry bar, heat up the emblem first, get the glue a little bit softer. We'll put some tape around to make sure we don't damage the paint, but this is the easiest way I've found to do this. Again, the tape isn't really required. I'd just rather put a little bit of tape on here just to protect the paint. I'm going to use the heat gun. Put a little heat in the emblem and the glue. If you don't have a heat gun, a hair dryer will work as well. Just keep in mind, if you do have a heat gun, if you have it on a higher setting, the plastic itself is also going to get warm, so be careful. I'll start down here in the corner. Emblem off, I'm going to remove our tape. I'm going to use some adhesive remover from 3M now to clean the area a little bit more. Goof off, anything like that will work fine as well. The area cleaned off, and I can remove the double stick tape from our new badge. Again, this also has the alignment tabs. And press it on. The next part's going to be the trunk emblem. Now, like I said, the GT, the running horse, the V6, all the emblems are interchangeable. So if you want to put the running horse instead of the GT on your car, like we're going to do, you can do it because all the alignment holes are exactly the same. Now, in this part, there's two ways to get this GT emblem off. If you want to do it we'll call it the correct way, the long way, you go underneath here, you remove the bolts on both sides, remove the entire trunk panel, and then break off the plastic rivets from the back side of the emblem and take it off. A lot of you probably don't want to go through that much trouble. This is kind of an easier way to do it if you don't mind breaking the factory emblem, which you're replacing anyway. You can do it with a small pry bar. The emblem is held on by plastic rivets, so it'll actually break off very, very easily. We're going to put a little piece of tape on here to protect it, but notice as soon as I put this in, you can see how much flex this thing has already. Get the pry bar underneath it. Use the thicker end, actually. Just break it off. The tabs broke off and are visible. You just go through, just basically push them through. We'll go into the trunk area. And we're going to clean the surface before we install our new emblem. We'll clean the surface off. And just like before, we're going to remove the double stick. And line up the tabs. And your installation is finished. The race red emblems really tie in nicely with the other red touches on our 2015 GT. I should mention with the 5.0 badge, it does come with the black dot for the 5.0. They do include a red as well if you want to go all one color. In my opinion, I like the way the black looks better. As far as the installation goes, it's pretty straightforward. Honestly, all four emblems will probably take you less than an hour or two. You'll be back on the road in no time.